What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. I hope everybody's having a great day. All right, guys, we're going to go to another Neville Thompson pan. This is pretty interesting. It's, I believe it's from Sol 2702 to 2719. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. All right, you can see right here he has, as I said, MSL 2702 to 2719. You can see it was uploaded here on April 6, 2020, and it was last updated same day, right? It is a little over 6.5 gigapixels, which is quite large, right? And you can see it right here. He's got 172,264 by 38 by 184 pixels, right? And then you can see it's 300 dpi. So really, really good pan. And of course, he's got the links to it right here, which is awesome. That's why I like what he does here. He puts the links and everything there for you. One thing I wanted to show you, and other people have seen my video, of course, and they just decided to actually show this. See how they picked that out too, see it? So I don't know if they watched the video and they're just passing it on and said, oh, wow, look what we found. And I'm okay with that because here's the thing. The more people to see it, the better, right? So I'm glad people are also showing this too. We're going to concentrate over here in the back. And guys, I don't believe any of this is hills and rocks. Let me show you what I mean right off the bat. And I want you guys to take note of these because when I show you the enhancement, you'll see what I'm talking about. Right here. You'll see this white piece right here going, it's got two straight edges going straight into this docker area, right? I'll just back a little bit. And guys, make sure you get your magnifiers out so you can actually pause this and have a closer look because you're going to want to do this. With that being said, check this out. Now, you got these weird striations and goofy stuff going on here. It doesn't look like much, and I get it, but you'll see a little bit differently once it's enhanced. Here, what I'm seeing is like a dark circle. Is it like a hole? What is it? It almost looks like it has like an edge to it, almost like this tubular kind of thing going on, where it's got the body of it here and the end of it here, which has an opening. Am I right? Am I wrong? This is the way I viewed it when I first saw this. Got down over here, and I'm saying, okay, what is this? It's like it's on its side. It's got a nice straight edge right there. Goes like this, comes up, straight down, and does the same thing as the top does. Has this angle. Wait a minute. Okay. All right, so I just kept browsing, kept looking. Okay, now we got, what is this, a standalone square butte? What's that all about? But I also want you guys to take note of where are the details in this. It's like they airbrushed everything out of this thing, right? Complete manipulation, hardly anything here to see. This is the only thing I could bring out with these little pieces here, right? And then I went up here, and I'm saying, okay, is there anything else in here that's worth any value? I seen something right here. You can see where it has like this line here. It's got an outer piece to it right here. There was something down here. Look at this, like this little, like you can see a line here, and then an inner piece. Almost like you look at it like a doorway. I'm not saying that's what it is, but it has that kind of weird look to it. I'll back out a little bit. See that? But also look at the patterns that are in there. See these weird lines in here? See these right here in the middle of the screen? What is going on with that, right? You're just kind of looking like, how is that possible when this is supposed to be like a really clean photo, as NASA claims. They try to take a focus like up close, mid-range, and as well as far away. This is the reason for the Z stacking of the photos. So every part of this photo could be pretty darn good detail, right? We're not seeing that. All right. So my question when I seen just these two alone, this here, is it a square standalone butte type thing? Or is it an opening? Same thing with this piece. Is this a dark piece, like this shape like that? Or is that an opening into something? Keep that in mind. All right, so let's jump into this. This was the size of it here. Blew it up a little bit so we can get into this thing a little bit better without it completely going bad. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go step by step until we get into much more detail. And then we'll go from there. Okay. First step, try to get the color off of it. Try to make it a little bit better. Now, I did make it brighter, and the skies are not as orangey or grayish, so to speak, right? And, of course, we get all those orange color, pukey color, whatever this may be. So, all right, it's still yellowish, doesn't look all that great, but I didn't really care about that. My interest was to try to get out more detail. Now, you can see this alone. This is what I was talking about right here. It appears to have this flat piece right there with this darker detail going straight into this darker area. Is it going inside? Or is it just shadowed and we're just seeing this tall, whatever the hell this thing is? Okay, starting a little bit more detail, starting to come out of here a little bit. Not a whole lot. It's kind of funny because they decided to make this a little bit, you know, not as high res as it should be, right? So to hide the details. That piece there, okay? Again, I was curious about this more than anything, as well as this. Okay, let's keep going on the photo. I'm going to back out a little bit. And again, guys, pause this any way you like. I brought it down. You can see the difference here. Brought it down. And now, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, all of this, what you see here, okay, this is all manipulation. See the multicolor, like a goldish kind of, then you get the purplish thrown in and all this other stuff, right? You can see that it's so much manipulation. They decided to leave out some details so you won't see nothing but basically a blob of garbage, right? But there's some things in here that appear like they left in there, rather, right? Okay, so we're starting to see this a little bit better in the back, right here. And I'm going to show you something right here. It almost looks like this weird cylindrical tower type thing right here. Okay. Looks like you can see just part of the left side, and then the right side goes all the way down, and you can see stuff like this here. And there's something actually coming straight out of this top of this tower, at least appears to be. I want to know if it's part of this piece in the back or what that is, right? Again, this right here. And the two pieces most interesting to me was this one here on the left, as well as this one on the right. Okay, so let's keep going. All right, back out. And again, you can see this stuff. What I want you guys to really get a good look at, right, is this right here. I want you to look beyond the actual manipulation. Look through it. You'll see lines like this one here, for example. Okay, there's things inside here, something round right here. There's little objects all inside this that is behind this manipulation, and we're going to try to drag it out a little bit better for you guys. There's something up here. Not sure what to make of this. It's doing this here. Appears to be going like this. Going over like this. I can see the line on the other side like this. Okay. Something looks like it kind of does this, actually. It's a little fatter. Top and bottom of this piece. Appears to be doing this. There's something round, or at least a darker area there. And again, all this manipulation, we don't know if this is a cluster of machines, structures built into the mountainside. There's no way of knowing. But what you can see is stuff that, some of this stuff just doesn't make sense, right? Here. In the back here. Again, this piece right here. And of course the other piece on the right. All right, let's get into it more. All right, so I'm trying to get this thing to show any details I can possibly drag out of this thing, right? So this is the reason why you try to burn over the actual manipulated parts. This is what you get. More intense colors. That's not what we want. We want to try to drag these things out again. You can see these little pieces in here that have these little lines that you wouldn't have seen like this, okay? You would not have seen this. Now, do you guys understand what I'm starting to see here? This right here in the bottom, it almost looks like an inside, like we're looking at the outside here, and this is going into the inside, where this looks like something much bigger, like a structure of some sort, right? And again, I'm seeing something like this. I don't know if you guys are seeing this. Almost looks nice and smooth. I'm going to call it an entrance. Call it what you will. I'm not really sure what to make it. I'm seeing something that's doing this. Do it like this. I'm like seeing these pieces, like almost like something stepped, right? It's going like this. I'm just going to do a little bit sloppier job of that, but I'm trying not to. Almost like something's doing this on the side of that. I don't know if you guys see that too. Right there on the side of this. What are we looking at? When I see this, I see intelligently made. I do not see just a bunch of rocks laying there. Again, this piece right here, this might be an actual opening as opposed to nothing, meaning it's just a solid black something just standing there. I don't think that's the case. We're also going to see things in here, which look like something doing this, going over. Kind of looks like it's doing this. Doing that. Has a round circle here. I'm not sure what to make of this stuff, guys. And you're going to start to see a lot more little detailed things. As I said, just pause it any way you like and have a better look. This piece in the back. Okay, starting to see this a little bit better. And we are going to go to black and white on this so you guys can pick this out a little bit better, because the colors sometimes really mess with your eyes. But again, this is, to me, this is layers. Like you got yellow here, and we got like a purplish pinkish over here. That is a level of manipulation, as far as I'm concerned, that we're seeing, right? Let's keep going. All right, so now I try to get some of the color off. Let's go deeper on this. Try to get many details as we can. Again, here's that weird looking thing right here. I'm going to zoom in really close, and then we're going to jump back out of it. Because I can go like this if I really want to, and you're going to go, all right, what is that? But let me just back up just right here. Again, we've got this object, and you can see where they blurred the hell out of this right here, and then came back out. You see that right there? But something appears to kind of go like this, go across, up like this, and then back down. Is it an actual structure or something, and then this is just the sun's behind it and it's shadowing it? Good possibility. I see this object right here. I see this going down, and I'm seeing this going down like this. And there's something, now I see it now, it looks like almost like something standing up out of this. Almost looks like it has a square piece to it and goes down. See that? Right there. And again, we have what looks like this straight piece going across, comes down, and it has what looks like a 3/4 arch. Now, is it nothing more than a manipulation, or that it's really low res? I don't think it's because of that real low res thing, because again, they could easily make this crystal clear if they wanted to. That's the whole reason for this Z stacking, as they claim, right? This. And like I said, guys, I'm trying to drag this out a little bit better at a time. Again, this thing at the top, not sure what to make of that. Each time I try to blast away some of this or get through the layer of some of this manipulation, right? All right. Now, we're getting into this a little bit better where you can see this down here. And these multiple, like, square framed things. I'm not sure what to make of that. And again, you can see it going like this. And, of course, that's a little sloppy there, but you get the idea. And you've got this object right here. Like I said, it does this, comes straight down, does this, has this straight like that. I don't know what to make of that, guys. But to me, this stuff is intelligently made. And it's in this manipulation. That's what we're seeing. All right, let's keep going. I don't think these are mountains at all. I think it's constructed. I don't know whether to believe this is actually, let's pull out this whole area. I don't know if this whole area back here is multiple structures, and the way they manipulated it may look like it's all one hillside, and that all of these things are perhaps built on the hillside. Is that a possibility? I think so. Or we're seeing a lot of structures all there, but the way they blended it makes it look like a hillside, as opposed to all individual things all standing like maybe a structure, smaller structures or taller structures behind it. And they just made it all, manipulated, made it look like it's all one piece. Here's a good example. What are we seeing here in the back? Right here. What I'm seeing, and I don't know if you guys are seeing this too, I can see like right here, this goes down like this. Well, funny enough, we have another one right here going up like this, coming back down. Of course, you get some manipulation there to hide that. See the way it's kind of slanted right there? I'm not sure if the manipulation is throwing that off. Like, in other words, it should do this and back down, or that's just the way this thing's designed and it kept going all the way down. I don't know. But funny enough, I can see this faintly going like this, and you can see where they try to go like this and just kind of fudge it out. See that? But I'm seeing it going like this here. And it just happens to be that smooth. And you can see this thing going like this. Like it's some kind of weird structure, right? See that? Right there. Again, this piece up here, I can see what looks like a white piece coming just like this straight out, coming down. And of course, this is all blurred out and everything else right here. But round, just barely see this edge right here going like this. It's going down like this, and I can see the outer side going like this. Okay? And all of these here. Again, this tower seems to be a little bit more pronounced now. These right here. I'm seeing something mechanical or structural here, guys. That's the best way to put it. I think it's structural. I think we're looking at ruins. I don't know what's inside this either. I'm not sure what to make of that. Almost looks like this weird star thing. Looks like it spokes off like type thing. See that? I don't know. Just back out a little bit. And now you can start to see these round pieces right here. And starting to see a little bit more lines in here. I think there's a lot of stuff under this manipulation. There's no doubt in my mind. Again, this piece on the bottom, it doesn't look like an actual standalone square butte, if you will. It now looks like an opening to something much larger that we're looking at. In other words, this may be totally structural over here, and we're seeing the actual entrance to it, or whatever that may be. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. It doesn't look like something you'd see in a hillside. Okay, let's throw it into black and white and see what we can find here, right? Okay, so these are the things that stood out the most for me. And of course, you guys can always tell me what you see, right? I like to show the more obvious or the largest pieces. This is another thing that struck me weird. This piece right here, I'm not sure what to make of this. Again, it looks like a cluster, but I'm seeing this up here on the top. Well, it looks like it's doing this. I should have been a little straighter, but anyway, it comes down like this. I'm seeing what looks like something going like this. A round opening or detail to that. Almost looks like this is supposed to be open right here, right? Back out just a little bit. It looks like there's something here. Has this weird shapes and stuff that should not be there. Now, don't get me wrong. A mountain can do that, right? You can have all kinds of shapes and everything else, right? But what's the chance of having something like this on the left-hand side like I just showed earlier? Look at this. What? And you see these weird pieces that, you know, one thing you see, okay, that makes sense. Two, okay, I guess. 3, 4, and multiple things going on. It's just like, I'm not buying it. I see what looks like ruins. Not sure what to make of this in the bottom. Let me zoom into that a little bit. See that? Kind of weird how this piece does this. Kind of looks like it's doing this. We got almost perfect circles here. This piece I showed you earlier. It's just like stuff was just like peeking out of this manipulation. We're seeing bits and pieces, and that's it. That's all we can pull out of this. Again, guys, what are we seeing here? I'm seeing what looks like maybe entranceways as opposed to, like on the very bottom right, it looked like a standalone kind of squarish mound or hill. But once you enhance it, it almost looks like it's part of something much larger, and it looks like an entranceway. Is it possible there's a bunch of structures like a metropolitan area, and they just blend it in to make it look like a mountain? Or is everything built onto a mountain? Drop your comments below and your thoughts below, right? And please, guys, like and share the video. Always appreciated. You guys know that. And there might be a second part to this. We'll see what happens because there's much to see in this gigaPan. And again, you guys will be able to check it out. I'll give you the link as usual. You guys know that. Anyway, guys, again, thanks for watching. Always appreciated. And I'll see you in the next one.